The tale of Elias the Watchful. In a quaint village nestled at the edge of a vast golden forest, lived a man named Elias. Elias was a humble farmer. He was known for his diligence and unwavering faith. Every morning, he would rise before the sun. He would till his fields and share stories of hope with those who came his way. But his favorite tale to tell was about the return of the great king. The villagers often gathered at Elias' small cottage to hear him speak. He spoke of the king's promise to return one day. The king, he explained, had entrusted each of them with a task to prepare for his arrival. Some were to till the land, others to care for the sick, and still others to spread the king's message of love and hope. But as the years passed, the villagers grew weary. Elias, they would say, the king has delayed too long. Perhaps he will not come at all. They began to focus on their own affairs. They built grand homes. They hoarded treasures and forgot their tasks. Elias, however, remained steadfast. Every day, he worked his fields. He helped the needy and traveled to neighboring villages to share the king's message. The king will come, he would say with a sparkle in his eye. We must be ready. One crisp morning, as the village was bustling with market day chatter, a strange trumpet sounded from the forest. The sound was unlike anything the villagers had ever heard. It was clear and majestic, yet echoing through the trees. The villagers froze in their tracks, with their hearts pounding. Suddenly, a radiant light appeared at the forest edge, and from it emerged the king, clad in robes that shimmered like the morning dew. His presence was commanding yet gentle, and his gaze pierced the heart of all who beheld him. The king spoke. I have come as I promised, to gather those who have been faithful to my call. He looked around the village, and his eyes rested on Elias, who stood humble, yet radiant with joy. Elias, the king said, you have been diligent. You have been steadfast and unwavering in your service. You have shared my message and lived in anticipation of my return. Come and join me in the eternal joy I have prepared for my faithful. The villagers, struck with regret, cried out. But we were busy building our lives. We thought there was still time. The king replied, but I left each of you with a task. The time was always near, the urgency was always great. Only those who were busy with the work I assigned will share in my joy. Elias followed the king into the light. As they vanished, a profound stillness settled over the village. The villagers were left to ponder the king's words and the urgency of the tasks they had neglected. From that day onward, the villagers remembered Elias and his unwavering watchfulness. They worked diligently, helping one another and sharing the king's message. They hoped that they too might be ready when he returned again. And so, the story of Elias the Watchful became a timeless lesson, passed from generation to generation. Always remember to stay busy for the Lord, for the time is near, and the reward is eternal.